First, thanks to Aqua Aston Hospitality and the Surf News Network for support of the film festival. Sarah Fang and her selection committee of Crystal Thornburg Homsey and Manny Aloha brought the newest and finest surf films to the Honolulu Museum of Art's Doris Duke Theater for the month-long festival.
Hello, good evening everyone. Hello everyone, welcome to the Honolulu Museum of Art's Doris Duke Theater. My name is Sarah, I'm the theater manager and programmer. Thank you all so much for joining us for the 16th annual Honolulu Surf Film Festival. We've reached our 16th year thanks to our supporters, such as our major supporter, Aqua Aston Hospitality, who's been with us for a very long time. We're very grateful to them. And also the Surf News Network and Gary Cooley for helping us spread the word. And of course, our most important sponsors, you guys. Thank you all so much for purchasing a ticket. Thank you so much for coming out. Really, your support keeps this festival going, and we hope to go for another 16 years. So a little bit about tonight's event. We're so excited to have this program. We always I feel like surf cinema is always at the cutting edge of the art form, and we really love being able to celebrate local talents in that. And so this Locals Only program is really one of our favorites, and I'm so glad to get the support of everyone coming out for this sold out event. So thank you all so much. Just a little bit, if you have one of these, this is gonna be the order of the shorts. So I do wanna shout out our filmmakers. Here we have Layers, Misto, and Maddox by Nainoa Langer. I don't think he's here yet. That'll be screening first. Then there will be The Air We Breathe, directed by Arthur Neumeier, but it's also a Parlay production. Third film we have is Real Wahine of Hawaii, Pake Salmon. Vera Zambinelli, the director, is here, and Pake is also here. Yes, we love it. And then we have Kohola, directed by Daniel Sullivan, all the way from Maui. Daniel is also here tonight with us. Followed by that will be Kainoa, directed by Nye Jefferson. Nye Jefferson's here. Kainoa Andrade is also here. Where you guys at? And then we will be finishing up with Kaiwi Winds, directed by Jeff Hall, who is also here in the house tonight. Yes. Please do stick around. I'm gonna try and get as many of these directors and stars of films up on stage for a little talk story Q&A afterwards. So thank you for your patience. So without further ado, please enjoy Locals Only 2025. We have Daniel Sullivan, director of Kohola. We have Pake Salmon, the star of Real Wahine of Hawaii. Vera Zambinelli, the director of Real Wahine of Hawaii. We have Jeff Hall, he's the director of Kaiwi Winds. Kainoa Andrade, the star of Kainoa. And lastly, we have Nye Jefferson, director of Kainoa. The origins of your film. And we're going to start on this side, how it got together, everything. So Daniel, can you tell us a little bit about how Kohola came together?
Sure, yeah. So I live on Maui, and after the fires, I'm not a filmmaker by nature, I'm a still photographer. But I watched so many people that I loved, hurting, and I wanted to create a film, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. I remember watching the Lahaina paddle out and wanting to tell that story. And I saw a couple whales, and I thought, wouldn't this be an interesting way to tell the story of the beginning of the recovery through the story of the whales. So that's how it started.
Well, thank you for sharing that story with us. Next up for Pake and Vera, how did you guys get together and make this little short film?
How did you get together, Pake? because I implore you to. So the episode that you saw, Real Vagina of Hawaii on Pakistan, is actually part of a series of short documentaries on Hawaii Vagina filmmakers called Real Vagina of Hawaii. And this was the 5th season, 6 films, so each season actually presents 6 short docs. And being actually the last that we were planning on doing, I felt compelled to actually be a vehicle for Paki's stories and all she has been doing throughout the years as a cinematographer, underwater director, producer, you name it. I mean, you saw only 9 minutes short, it was a very short 9 minutes about the amazing human being that Paki is and the love that she has for her community. It's palpable, just, how can you not make a film about hair? She said yes, and I don't know, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, normally I'm behind the camera and all that good stuff. It's my younger brother here, Nolan Kilana, hero, legend. We come from like a great community of Kanaka Maoli watermen and water women. And so when she told me she wants to do this project, how could I say no? Because I'm a voice for Auntie Rella's son. I'm a voice for the Kialanas as being a filmmaker for Uncle Buffalo and the Menehunes. So how could I say no?
Well, thank you guys so much for doing that. It was really and now on to Jeff for Clavey Wins. This was, for those of you who don't know, this was fresh off the press for us. This was, this is like it was a very, very fresh film, and we're so excited to be able to screen this, and hopefully you're happy with how it turned out on the big screen, Jeff. But can you talk a bit about Clavey Wins and how you started working with Edo?
Sure. Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here and everyone that was involved in the film. You know who I'm talking to there, so just really appreciate your efforts. But to answer your question, summer of 2024, I got a call from an individual I did not know yet. His name was Edo, and he was doing the foil race Molokai to Oahu, and he wanted to have someone on his boat with a camera. And so he tells me very confidently, but very humbly, I think I have a really good chance of winning this race. I said, oh, that's okay. I don't know you, but I like your confidence. It wasn't wrong. And so I went along on the boat, and it was one of the most challenging shoots in my life. I almost fell off 3 times. I'm not joking. Because the boats have to go very fast to keep up with these guys. Fast forward a bit, we get some really good shots from the day. We meet up, we talk about what do we want to do with this? And we say, well, let's make a short film. And so it kind of progressed from there and dug into the story a little bit, tried to find where there was an interesting story other than, hey, I'm fast on a foil board. Okay, that's cool, but like, let's, we went back and forth for a long time. We kind of, dug around, find where the story was, and essentially it's, well, you saw, so I don't need to say anything more.
Thank you very much. And then lastly, for Kainoa and I, how did you guys get together? How did you make this film? I see it was a student production. Yeah?
Yeah, so I go to UH Manoa, and I was in a documentary class last semester, and we had to make a 5 to 10 minute short documentary. I'm pretty new to filmmaking, and I just was trying to find something like personal to me, and I surf, so. And I just love every element of the water. I met Kainoa last year, so I've known him for over a year now, and he was just someone that inspired me. I seen every element of him in the water, as a surfer, foiler, fisher, lifeguard. Growing up as a teenager in high school, I always wanted to be a lifeguard, but I played football, and there's just there's that contrast. But I wish I did more stuff in high school, swimming wise. I just surfed. But no, he inspired me, and he was just like the first person to pop into my mind, and I was like, I'll be a killer. Whatever direction we want to go, you know, whether we make a waterman film, foil film, surf film, and we just kind of, you know, talked about what we want to do, and my teacher had his thoughts, you know. Kind of can share more about it, but yeah, I have stage fright, so I don't know.
Alright, Kaino, you want to share a little bit about how it was working with Nye?
Please, you.
These guys don't like.
I don't really know what to say, but yeah, I'm grateful Nye chose me out of all the people that he knows. Yeah, it's definitely out of my comfort zone to make a film like this, to be in front of a camera all the time, so I kind of like that. It pushed me out of my comfort zone, and yeah, I'm stoked on how it turned out.
Well, thank you for being both of us. Alright, so
I have a question for Jeff. You focused on M2O 2024. How did Edo do in 2025?
He won again. He's really fast. He's not joking.
I have a question for Kainoa.
Yes.
So like in the movie it said that you were gonna compete in the Molokai to Oahu race. Did you do it?
I did, yeah, I did it this year for the first time. I didn't win last year. Yeah, it was cool. I got like 46 or something. Yeah.
Nolan Killa.
Put me on blast.
All the time.
wait, Kahi, you're here! Oh my gosh! You wanna come up? You wanna talk a little bit about... Yeah, come over here, Join us. This is Kahi Kapoor, everyone. He was with the film The Air We Breathe. Thank you for coming. If you wanna grab a mic. Okay, same question. Can you just share a little bit about the origins of the film?
First, I just want to apologize for being late. We had been setting up.
We noticed.
Thank you. We were setting up a youth camp that we're hosting up in Cabela Bay. So I sprinted here. I stink when I'm here, and I'm glad I was able to catch the end of this. My question is like, where did we get to watch these movies? Because like, I missed them. Where did we get to watch them? I'll find out.
Yeah.
But origin story of that film is our organization is working globally, and we wanted to feature the work in a professional way in a couple of the different countries that we've been doing a lot of work. And we brought in a beautiful cinematographer from South Africa, and they put that film together. And for us, it was just highlighting who we're teaming with to empower their work. Parley's not trying to take over any space, but rather empower and utilize our network to uplift our partners. And I would have never been in that space in the first place if it wasn't for Sustainable Coastlines Hawaii. We have two fellow founders right over there. Yes. A board member, we got a board member, Christian. So just very grateful for the whole history of caring for the oceans and getting a film made out of it as well. And I'm super stoked to see other foilers up here. And I'm really bummed I missed those films. I can't wait to watch them. And all the rest of yours as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question for Pake Selman. You mentioned in the film that you are working to help young people tell their stories. I thought it was so beautiful to see your path, photography, filmmaking, and how you've really brought together community for the story in your documentary. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you're supporting that with your community, with other young folks, and how we can support?
So I have a nonprofit called the Menehune Film Academy, and it's designed to create the next generation of award-winning cinematographers, writers, directors, producers from the Waianae Moku. And as you guys all know, we are a disenfranchised Moku. but our strength is the Moana Nui Akea and all the legendary watermen and waterwomen, the kumus, who take time to teach the next generation. So because I've been filmmaking for pretty much all my life, through Brian Keolana's mentorship and through Uncle Buffalo, Keolana, and Auntie Rella, and all of that. And so when we look at the culmination of indigenous filmmaking that has not been there in the world, I was like, no, we gotta grab these kids because they have stories to tell. They have mo'oku auhau. They have genealogies of our coastline. Thousands of years old, our stories have not been told. So the Menehune Film Academy wants to bring that out, our histories, our mo'olelos along the west side, and to also lift up our kupuna, who've taught us the way, the pathways of the Moana, but also of the Aina. And so that's what the Menehune Film Academy is about, with my work as well throughout all these years, 30 plus years. And I'm, you know, it's the Menehune Film Academy, inspired by Auntie Rella's son's Menehune surfing contest. And I grew up with Auntie Rella looking at all these Hawaiian women who were brown, who were beautiful, and who were strong, always in the magazines and on TV, and they are the only ones that I got to see in my era, which was no GoPro camera, which was no iPhone. So I just want to uplift and honor the Hawaiian traditions of the sea and our culture. And because if not for us, Hawaii and Aloha, what do these islands have? So that's what pretty much I'm all about. So basically, I'm tired of watching TV that we all know that Hollywood comes and films here constantly for 30, 40, 60 years, and they don't get the narrative right. Hawaiians, the Kanaka Maoli, are the backdrop, and the Waianaimoku is the backdrop of their story, and meanwhile, we're the real deal. So, with that, I created my own series. It's called Pacifica Voyager with a K. And it's an Anthony Bourdain inspired meets Moana, a Moana figure, surfing, voyaging beyond the reef, and going out to make the connections throughout the Moana Nui Akea with the Rapa Nuians, the Tahitians, the Maoris. What are our connections? What are our similarities? And you know, how did we get here? And then also exploring, going into Europe, following the footsteps of King Kalakaua, which 2 months ago I was in Europe, following his footsteps and just wanting to share with the world, and especially our Kanaka Maoli and Pacific Island communities, how great we are. That we are the master navigators of this world, this planet throughout all time. And that's what Pacifica Voyager is all about.
Nice. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, maybe sort of a technical filmmaking question, maybe one word from each of the filmmakers. How does it feel to crush it in front of a live audience?
So we'll start with Daniel. How does it feel to watch your film on the big screen here?
It's my first time leaving Maui to watch my film anywhere, so, and it's my first film, so it feels great.
Well, it's always like nerve-wracking, but also very beautiful. It's a love letter that we have Pake, but also the Wakina filmmakers. It's kind of like, it's a way to really share the energy and the love and feeling it also, like where the audience love, like, like when you're moving and clicking of the camera, like, it's really, it feels like, okay, we can breathe and we are in this together. It's always very beautiful. No matter how many times we do it, it's always very energizing and beautiful.
I don't know. It's like she said, nerve-wracking. I think the best. I'll just say the best part about it is getting to look around and see how other people are reacting or not even paying attention or whatever.
You can see how like an individual
and an audience is engaging with it, which is really special. And you don't always get that, so that's the best part about this in a theater setting.
How's it feel to watch this on the big screen?
This is the first film I've ever been a part of. On the big screen, it's pretty dope.
Nah, any words?
Yeah, one word is grateful. I'm just grateful for kind of my team, all you guys, because we make these films for people to watch. So it's just grateful for everyone that came.
Before we wrap up, I do want to ask everyone along the row, where can people find you, find your work, to really answer Kahi's question about where they're going to be able to watch this film afterwards, and where can they find out more about what you do? So, Kahi, if you want to start.
For us, it would be primarily through social media, so Instagram at parlay.tv or parlay_Hawaii.
Nice.
How do we help clean up?
Stop making a mess in the first place. Right? So everybody wants to clean up, and we need to clean up, but the true solution is, I think I said in the film, it's upstream. So reducing our use of single-use plastics, but even more, it's like we got to look at ways to redesign our lifestyles and not just replace single-use plastics with another single-use item. We need reuse. Yeah. But if you want to clean up, follow Sustainable Coastlines Hawaii. They do cleanups all the time, and join us at a beach cleanup.
Nice. Next up to Daniel. Yeah.
I've got a YouTube, Daniel Silton Photography, Instagram, Facebook, and at the Maui Ocean Center. I play my films there.
Amazing. Okay, where can people learn more about Menehune program, Pacifica Voyager, everything?
I have Menehune Film Academy has a website. I am recently monetized on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. You can find me there and on all the normal social media channels. Yes, and then you can always find me at Makaha Beach.
Just don't drop in. Like I did.
Yes, bravo.
Okay, Vera?
Pake's film, as well as the other Filmmaking of Hawaii, can be found on hawaiifunifilmmaking.org website, but also on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, as well as Pacific Islanders in Communication, Pacific Pulse YouTube channels as well. So you'll find it. Google Filmmaking of Hawaii, and we come up.
Awesome. And Jeff?
Koifi Wins will be online. It's not yet. The best way to figure out where that's going to be is follow Edo on Instagram. It's also an exciting journey, so you can watch that guy keep ripping. But it will be, we'll probably, I don't know, YouTube or something like that. We'll figure it out.
All right, awesome. Carnoa, how about you? Where can we find out and follow what you're doing, what you're up to?
I'm just on Instagram at Kainoa.
Took that one.
I'm on Instagram as Naijan. And also, we're probably making a spin-off of this film right here, Voyaling to Kauai, and maybe Tahiti or.
Awesome. Well, on behalf of the festival and the museum, thank you all so much for sharing your work and with your films with us here at the festival. And to everyone here, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. And with that, thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you.